Are we alive? Woo. Good Friday evening to you all, and to all a wonderful spring. It's spring. Spring has sprung. Happy first day of spring to you. I hope that you are well and enjoying this marvelous time of year. The sun's out a little bit longer. The blossoms are starting to bud out, and there's birds a chirping. And we've got a bunch of people here chirping together. Thank you so much for coming this evening. We have Blind Squirrel Rocks in the house, and Candy Cane content is also here. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. The Rocky Mountain Bear also stretching perhaps after a long hibernation and shaking it off. I love spring so much. I hope that you guys are feeling the zeal. We've got a bunch of beautiful rocks to look at tonight from a Theo Kellison rock box. I took the Sunstones out of the tumbler. You can see them right there. This batch was Sunstones and Schiller in the Sunstones. Some of the champagnes and some Schillers that we get to root through. We're going to be looking at stuff underneath the microscope tonight in the MicrOzone. Been a minute since we've done that, and since we're going to be looking at some of the things that I've been slabbing here in the studio, plus the Theo things and the Sunstones, I figure something deserves to go underneath the microscope. So we're going to do it. Rick is here. Good evening to you, Rick. The Rock. Rotoptoriferousness. We've got Tara and Jerry, the Wisconsin rock stalker. Hope that you're jamming and rocking out. That Opal guy is also here. We've got Jeff. Hey, Jeff. And the Brian. Steinkerns and salutations to you, Brian. Let's go ahead and have that. And as you saw in the opening credits, let me just take this opportunity right now to do a cheers. We'll do one a little bit later too, but for our dear friend Jenny. Cheers. Ooh. Little mic rub there. Wicka wicka. And okay, I think we're doing pretty good. Romania is here. Good to see you. The big Doug McCowan is here as well. Always brilliant to see you. And Kid Curry is a zooming on in the motorboat. Excellent to see you. So too is Caleb, and he's smoking today. Good to see you. All in one piece. Oh my gosh, and Chris is here. Rufotris Rooted Rockhound. Good to see you. You've been ever so busy. We all have, and I know it. But it's really good to see you. We should definitely all get together for a makers bunch here real soon. The time warp. Let's do the time warp again together, everyone. Goodness gracious. Here we are. Another week has gone by, and we haven't worked together. We got to get it going. And Candy Cane is saying Killer Schiller sends chillers down my spine. I love it. Well, we got Killer Schiller tonight. It's going to be good. I haven't even gone through the tumbles. They're in that little bowl because they're not dry yet. I brought them out from the last tumbler episode, the burnishing that we do after the polishing, and I literally just about an hour before we started tonight, I took them out and rinsed them off, and there they sit, and we're gonna go ahead and paw through that pile and have a look at some of the goods. Brenda is here. And so too is Anna Mare Arts. Good to see you from the future, my friend. And I hope that you're doing well. I think you're in the middle of your big, is it? No, we still have a week or something to go. I can't remember. I just was looking at the dates. Manny is part of the group putting on that huge mineral expo over there in Australia. So maybe you can toss the dates up here just in case anybody is close by and wants to go. We've got Cliff in the house. Good to see you too, Cliff. Hope all of your cuttings and polishings are going well. And it seems like I saw a Tomcat Josh. Oh, there it is. You've been nugget hunt. That sounds exciting. I saw you earlier checking in and saying that you might be a lurkin. And so I'm glad that you also came out to the chat and said hello in time for me to see it. And Lava Bison is here, and Steinkerns to you. That's another good reason to take a drink, which we'll do here in a moment. We all need to keep hydrated this evening because gem gazing can be quite the exercise. So we'll all hydrate well ahead of time. My mom is here. And so everybody say hi to mom. Thank you guys for, I thought I saw Tara doing a preemptive hi to her and ma. So we'll say hi to ma as well. I'm sure she's lurking about back there. Eric the cat is here. And it's something quite peculiar rather, something shimmering and white. It leads you here despite your destination underneath the microscope tonight. I love it. I think that that should go to a tune. I love when I get the banners wrong. I'll just hide behind the banners this evening. Lovely tune. And it looks like we've got this is wonderful. Thank you so much. Tomcat Josh would love to get the bell a ringing this evening, starting it off with 5 Ozone Fine Art memberships for y'all out there. Cheers to those of you who just got the membership fairy. And welcome to the tribe. Let's ring the bell. You know what I love? I love it when the sun's still out when we get started. It's spring. Woo! Okay. It's going to take a moment to get the excitement out of my system here about that. Thank you again, Tomcat Josh. Top of the spring to you. I really appreciate that. And oh my goodness, we've got another James. Welcome in. It's good to see you. And look at this. Ah! Cheers and Steinkerns. Steinkerns to you as well. You rock and you rock. You rock, James. Let's Steinkerns and we'll ring the bell. Cheers to you and to spring. It's the only time when I'm ever quiet. You know, I'm having something to drink if it falls silent, even just around the house. So my mom knows that. I'm excited she's coming. We're going to be hanging out as of this weekend, which is right around the corner. It's Friday. And so she's getting ready for the nonstop talk, unless I'm having my coffee or having my Steinkerns. There's Ma. Yep, she did make it. And hello to you, Resort Dog. Good to see you too. Hope that you're faring well out there in the one of my favorite regions of Oregon. We'll be going there soon too. And oh, Fortress Rooted Rockhound has been a member for 6 months. A cause to ring the bell. And he asks, makers next week with a question mark? It sounds like a good plan. I'll ask my mom if I can. Thank you, Rufo. Very, very good suggestion. We'll talk. We're gonna have to talk. And it looks like I have a definite agree with Rufo over here from Ma, who has also been a member for 19 months. Although she's been a member of my brain for much, much longer. Let's ring the bell. Gotta love it. And thank you so much, all of you who are members, and all of you who watch, all of you who just put one of these up there or shares it to somebody else who might enjoy doing some gem gazing, all the things. Everything that you do helps out the community, helps out the channel, and I really, really love and appreciate you for that. And we've got Candy Cane, also a member for a month. Let's go. It's actually my shirt. Third shirt. I don't know what I'm saying. Just keep the words coming, and some of them will jumble together. Right is my approach to battling on, but I know what every now and again YouTube likes to do is they start you over again, and it's kind of ridiculous, and so I'm sure it's your third month. For goodness sakes, let's ring the bell. What they do keep track of, though, is they'll give you, I think, the right badge. And so Reptile Z came in and out, and I was like, yay, new member. And I was like, wait a minute, you're not a new member. You're an old new member. So anyways, I appreciate you guys all for doing that. We've got Julie in the house. Good to see you too, Julie. I hope that you're doing well this fine evening, this gateway into the favorite months for me of the year, from here on until about October. I shouldn't say that, because all the months are good. We're just all happy that we get to enjoy them one way or the other. And I'm just making sure that I am getting to everybody's hellos. OMG, I'm so excited about spring. The flowers in my neighborhood are already blooming. Yeah, it's getting an early start this year, isn't it, James? I was amazed to see some hydrangeas were out already when we were driving around town. The blossoming trees are happening. I have a false plum in my front yard, and it's already done a blossoming. It's gonna be a good one. I mean, I will not complain if it gets started early. It's a good thing. And so I'm sorry. Still making sure that there's Reptile Z. Hello, friend. Uh, Making sure that I have said the hellos to the folks that are here in the house, and hellos to all of you that are lurking and that are here, but just not in the chat. And that's quite all right. If you need to kick back and relax and put your feet up, and you've got some pizza and some something good in your mug to Steinkern, and it's okay. It's okay if your hands are busy, or if you're lurking and working, getting some work done. I'm just pleased that you decided to join us here for our shenanigans this evening on, as I said, the first day of spring. And so we shall tarry no longer, and we'll get this going on. It's the Ozone News. That's right. It's the Ozone News up here in the Ozone Studios. And of course, we are ever always so pleased to bring you fresh rocks and the microzone. And so we will be checking stuff out. Some of that can even be whatever it is that you would like to see. Just tell me to slide it underneath that microscope, and we'll do it. As far as the different rocks that we get to go through this evening, we've got here some thunder egg. I was thunderstruck for spring to come, and this is a waterline thunder egg that Steve and I did go out and mine out at Richardson's Rock Ranch in the Blue Bed back when you could. So every here and there, I'm letting a few of these thunder eggs trickle on out of the rocks and underneath the wheels and into cab form, because they're kind of precious to me since we did the collecting for these guys and you can't do that anymore. This one, we've got the dark behind for the first picture, and of course the backlighting just to get the full view of how rad these thunder eggs can be. Absolutely love that. This is another thunder egg that I did this week. This is from the Pride Day bed, and so it's got kind of more of the weird organic mossiness. Looks like some kind of a coral reef out in the deep, something along those lines, both dark and backlit. And we have a showcase going on over at the Discord. March is thunder eggs. And so if you've got some thunder eggs, you can show the outside, you can show it cut, you can show shrapnel, you can show the cabs and the slabs. It's just all about thunder eggs and thunder egg love. And so if you'd like to take part in that, all you have to do is go on over to our Discord. If you're watching, you're invited, and you can follow the invite into the Discord down almost to the end or the bottom are our different showcases and our cab competitions and the jewelry competitions. It's that time of the month that you should consider making your submission happen. We usually shut the voting for our contest down at like right around like the 25th or something, and then you've got a few days to vote. Everybody gets to vote, and everybody is invited to make submissions. It's always a really cool gallery of fun to look at. We also had a chance to get to some faceting here in the Ozone Studios over the course of the week. You guys got a chance to see the amethyst when it was on the DOP and on actually one of the laps during the opening for the last week, and this is one of those that got completed this week, and I couldn't be happier. It's the Ruination cut by Arya Akyavan, and that's arguably my absolute favorite round to cut these days. And this particular amethyst, though it started off with a lighter body color, ended up being quite rich once it was cut, which means that somebody, and when I say somebody, I mean Arya, did an absolutely fabulous job of making sure that those angles really bring out the best of the stone. The angles, the cut, the different refractions that you get through selecting the cuts that you make directly influence how colorful the stone gets to be, and also how brilliant or how much light is bounced through the stone. And so I love this cut so much, and we'll be setting that soon, and you'll see it in a piece of jewelry in an Ozone studio near you. So we have the spot prices over here from Rio Grande. Silver is at 72.37, which is lower than we were at last week. And yet the lowest happened, I think it was yesterday or the day before that, we were in the high 60s. It was 69 something, I think. And that was something like an $8 drop, I believe. Amazing. So once again, we are on an up and down roller coaster with those silver prices. Doesn't look like a terrible time to be picking some up right now. 72 is not as low as I've seen it in the last few days, but that's dang low. And that will be the holding price for the entire weekend. So it's not a bad thing to consider doing. And we'll be looking forward to setting that amethyst, as I said, into some silver very soon. Last week we had our friend Freeform Lapidary on the program, and that was a wonderful time had by all. Caleb was asked the question, what superhero or superpowers would you have? He said, shaking the earth. And so he became the superhero right here. Ryan was able to make him a very, very cool little superhero cartoon here. And I love his little plushie there on his shoulder. Well, Ryan did not stop there. He decided to go ahead and grant me a superhero too. And if you're wondering what a cullet is, that would be the bottom of the pavilion or the bottom of the stone. And it's important, like that's where you place your color if you want a spot of color to be reflected or refracted all the way through the stone. So I get to be Captain Cullet. I absolutely love it. And I get a cool little plushie too. Anybody who knows how to make plushies, I would be interested in getting a plushie of that right there. So I promised tonight that we would be having some MicrOzone. This is Dendritic Opal, honey opal actually, to be specific, common style from Australia. This is 30 times the magnification, and we see a forest of both black dendrites, but also some interesting brown ones, and we have white. This was a surprising array. From the naked eye, you could see the black ones fairly well, but these white ones gave me a lovely surprise once we dabbled deeper into the beautiful stone at 30x. And so we will be diving into some more stones this evening. We've got here some boulder opal at 30x. This was from Claude. So I hope that a bunch of you had a good time at the Claude sale. I was unable to attend. That was, I believe, last weekend, and I think it was Sunday, and Jeff was helping out. And I really, really wanted to get some more opals. I know that there will be more opals to be had, so I didn't stress out too much, although I had a serious case of FOMO. I hope that all of you receive some beautiful opals that you can play with, as gorgeous as this one that I cut from Claude. And so thank you, Claude. You help the world be much more colorful. Really appreciate it. We've got another colorful thing, that honey opal that we were just looking at first with the dendrites, and this labradorite is from the parcel from our friend Theo Kellison. This has some beautiful rainbow action going on, and we get to see it even closer. I love those strands that are right there in the middle, so I got a closer look at those, and the rainbows go through the strands, those hairs that are going diagonally from left to right. Just beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful. Take a closer look at that. This is a wonderland. I shared it with Theo on our little chat thread, and he thought he was looking at space first. It's so nebular, and it's wonderful to be able to space gaze like this. I absolutely love Labradorite. And so I had coined it Labracadabra on our thread, and Ma dug it. So we will be doing some more Labracadabra here in the next coming weeks, on account that we've got such beautiful Labradorite. And so again, I would like to lift our cups and our glasses for Jenny. Rest in peace, my darling. And I'm sure that you are in heaven with all of your stones, and she is protected up there from anybody ever taking any of those stones, because Chuck Norris too has passed and is no doubt up there protecting Jenny from any other angels that might want her stones. We're going to go ahead and take a moment of silence and go ahead and cheers to you. And we'll blow this up. Prayers to you, Jenny. And thank you, Ryan, for making this great memorial picture of Jenny to share with everybody. And I believe that did I end with that? I think I did. And then it was maybe time to go live. Oh, we had the little sunset, but yeah, that was basically for our moment of silence as we were going through the very beginning of our montage. So again, thanks, Ryan, for all of your very, very cool graphics that you share with us. And I missed a few comments going through there. I was just trying to work our way right through our news. And thank you, John Saucer Hunter, for the music for that and our outro. And I see the loving rock family missing and giving all of the good memories about Jen. And Mox Rocks is here. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. Ramonia Rockhound. Oh boy. Romania Rockhound is here. Good to see you. Thank you so much. I know. She's saying, no, Chucky is gone. You know, I have a feeling that Chuck Norris doesn't die, just goes on to another dojo. So I would say rest in peace, Chuck Norris, but I have a feeling that he's just like handling it someplace else. So there's that. And it's Lesby Rockin' is here. Cheers to you. Good to see you. And that actually reminds me, some of y'all have been having some sales, and you've got interesting videos that you're going to be dropping over this weekend. Make sure to put them into the chat. You can, pardon me, have a moderator help you to put up a link if you need it, or you can just put that you're going to be doing it into the chat so that we have a heads up for how to plan our schedules for watching this weekend. We've got Walker, Heavenly Ranger. I love it. Yeah. Being a martial arts fan myself, of course, Chuck Norris was always a favorite. So, what we have on deck tonight, as I was telling you, is some good fun. We've got rock stuff from Theo, and then we also have some fun stuff that I did some cutting and would love to share. And so let's get this up. We'll add this to the stage. We're looking deep down into the box. We'll make this bigger. How do we do it? Over here? Or do we want this one? Nope. Oh, we need to take that down. We'll always be thinking about that. How about this? Nope. No. Oh, that's right. You're a guest. I'm a guest. We'll do this. There we go. Okay. It just wouldn't be me if we didn't dance for a little bit. I'm not going to show you the entire box. I'm going to show you some highlights. I got into it last night because Theo told me that I could. I was going to save it for all y'all tonight, and we were all going to watch me like maybe bleed. But we wanted to take an inventory because lo and behold, it had a hole in it. And so he was like, "Yeah, like how about let's take a look at that right now and make sure that everything's in it." And everything was indeed in it. I'm going to bring this a little bit closer. There we go. And who can guess what material this is? This is this dry. And Ma, you can't answer. I love it. Mox rocks deep in the box and biggin it. It's a real word. I like embiggen. I'm definitely using that. All right. So we have Lab from Romania Rockhound. We have, whoa, what is that? We have, whoops. This is moving fast enough. I can't keep up. I know, but I'll not say. Yeah, because you're not allowed. And we have the correct answer does show up. Ma just got slabbed. We see it a few times over, but we have Rocky Mountain Bear guessing it right. And it's because he's the boy blue. We gotta love it. I'm gonna make this wet because this is unreal. So I actually had an attitude about sodalite because there's, and Theo talks about this too. There's a lot of kind of low grade sodalite or sodalite or however you want to say it on the market, and it's almost sugary. It's got a lighter complexion. It has a lot more. It seems like a quartz, or I'm not entirely sure what it's included with, but it lightens it quite a bit. This is so saturated. And my phone isn't even doing it any justice. You guys. I'm sorry, but look at that fingerprint. This is so flipping incredible. It does somewhat make me speechless. Let me do that so that you can just get an idea of this gorgeousness here. The sodalite that Theo goes after not only has this intense, high quality, beautiful color to it, but it also has what I believe he was saying marcasite inclusions, which I believe those greenish inclusions there are. And we're probably even getting like the oxidization in that orange and the yellow, but I can't believe this color. And I was actually given a short lesson on what makes it so dazzlingly bright. And so I'm going to I'm going to make sure that I'm doing okay here in the chat. Sorry about the ring light making the glare. I'm trying to hold it so that you guys can just look at this incredible like color field of blue. And Captain Cullet and our colleague Captain Cut It. I love it. That's fantastic. So Romania, one of the things, this is the exact education that I got from Theo today is that sodalite and lapis aren't very far apart. They have the same constituents, I think, and then there's something that is missing that lapis has that makes it lapis and not sodalite. And so this ultramarine color is what they both have in common. We have holy crapite. Right? And it looks like Allison is here. Oh yes, there's Allison. It's so good to see you. I was lurking during your coffee, and I'm sorry that I wasn't able to speak up, but it's always so good to have coffee with you. I just want you to know I'm usually around. I just might be quiet. And so, oh, that's cool. Prairie Girl sent some satellite to Candy Cane. That's fantastic. And like I said that kind of like, yeah, as in that's a negative, and some people might actually like that. But for me, I was like absolutely blown away by this guy. Um Dang is right. It's like the bluest blue that ever blued. Yes, absolutely. Fan freaking tastic. It's a bangerite, says Reptile Z. Absolutely. And oh, this is a great question. Brenda is asking, does some need stabilizing? And I don't know. This feels so incredibly non-porous though, and you can see how long the water's sitting on here, that I don't think so. This is really solid. The way that it even slabbed, I mean, you can see it doesn't look like it wants to do anything but behave so well. But I would love for anybody who knows to share it in the chat. Mother Nature is the best, right? Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so ultramarine is actually one of my very, very favorite colors to paint with. When I was in Tucson, Arizona, I painted with it so often just because I wanted to dive into it. In the heat, this color just is so delicious to the eyes. And so lapis is where the original ultramarine comes from, and I would imagine that then also satellite as well. And I would love to hear if somebody knows about that. Yes, exactly. That is blue indigo. So I know that they make pigments from lapis, and now I'm gonna have to look up, or if somebody wants to and share it in the chat, that they make pigments out of the satellite as well. And that opal guy, thank you so much for taking a break from the opal polishing. I hope you have fun doing that. And oh, okay. We've got lapis is a rock and satellite is a mineral. So that is interesting. And that was part of what Theo, I think, was trying to say. I can say Theo cut me the thinnest ever slab and it's still so solid. I don't think this stuff does. Yeah, I would have to agree. And Mox Rocks is saying, it's funny that you should say that. I went down a gemstone rabbit hole this morning, and so many gemstones are similar chemical makeup, right? But maybe just iron inclusions or atomic structure makes it a different gem. Absolutely. It's fascinating what happens with chemistry with these guys. Like it could even be an anomaly of an organic thing that actually made it change. Some of the rocks that were created at Graveyard Point actually uh, are believed to be the way that they are because of interference of organic microbes. I love that so much. Phil's Rocks is in the house. Good evening, Daz Rocks. Zero sugar satellite, right? It's satellite. It's the light version, sugar free. I love it. Oh, that's hilarious. And still mostly expensive pigment. Yeah, there is. If you guys want an ASMR experience for your eyeballs, check out. There is a video um, on YouTube somewhere. I believe it's probably all over the place on the others too. That is the actual making of watercolor paint from the lapis, like start to finish. And I believe it's in Japan because it's very zen. And it is absolutely so cool to see it be made for sure. Oh, we've got the actual details. Racha satellite is a tectosilicate mineral with the formula Na8Cl2 with royal blue varieties widely used as an ornamental gemstone. Although massive satellite samples are opaque, crystals are usually, and then she got cut off, unfortunately. Oh, here we go. Transparent to translucent satellite is a member of the satellite group with Heian, Nosian, Lazurite, and Tugtupite. All right. Thank you so much for sharing. And oh man, I mean, everybody's going off with like cool things going on in the chat. And yes, it's so true. Dave Lou is here. Good to see you, Dave. Welcome in. We are looking at some honey opal now, I believe from Australia, that Theo did share with me as well. And it looks like we have another, there's Scott is also here. Good to see you, Scott, enjoying our like weird 100% humidity just hanging there in the air. We've got the first day of spring, and it is you could cut the fog here with a knife, but it says it's spring, so I believe it. And you can see that there's natural light coming into the studio. I love it when it's light when we get started. And yes, this is Dendritic Opal. And look at these fantastic dendrites that we have going on in there. So the idea for this rock, and we'll move kind of slow so that we can see what's going on. You can see shadows in there that are going to make some really nice trees. We are going to facet this material. And what's not facetable, we will make some cabs. But I love that there's one suspended in there. That's going to be such a good victim. There's another one in there. You can see that. Oh, shoes. Oh my gosh. I'm supposed to have the gemfish available for looking at these. And so what we'll do is we'll get this set up in the microscope. And then while you guys are looking at it under the microscope, I will run and get the torch so that we can have a look at the thing up close. And so I'll load up the microscope. I think this is a good one to start off with. I shouldn't have put water on it though, because I want to put a little bit of oil to keep it so that we can see better. And I'm just catching up some more also while we load up the microscope. It's hard to, pardon me, choose exactly where we want to look first. But get all of us going with this. We'll take that down. We'll put this up. And there's our little stone. There's our little trees. Let's bring that over this way. There we go. And we'll bring the actual glare down. There we go. And sharpen what we're looking at here. It's just a little too high. Let's bring this down a little bit. Well, we don't want the glare though. That's right. This is what happens when we do things in real time. There's our trees. We could use a little less exposure. Not that little. About those are under just enough of the opal that they're not as crisp as those ones that I shared with you guys earlier. Those were in another rock that Theo did share. Let's move these guys over. Oops. I'm trying to lighten that up just a bit. Yeah, that's a little bit better. It's toying with me. Oh, that exposure bar. I should probably take it down so that it doesn't keep on changing on us. All the good intentions. There we go. There we go. Hello, trees. So, yeah, the objective is to frame some of these with some of the cabbing and some of the faceting. Oh, yeah, there goes the exposure bar. I should have taken it down before. All right, so hang out for a second and I'll go get the light so that we can take a better look at these too. Okay. All right. And I'm scrolling on down and all right. Yeah, so let's try doing a little bit of lighting here to see. Yep, that will help. Whoa, too much. And one of the things that I meant to do, and I thought I had done, is done that. That's where we wanted that. So let's get closer. And as we do, you can see that we can focus on different parts of the structures inside too, which is kind of wild. I love that tree that's over there to the right, all the way to the right, kind of looking like a snag. That's just such a cool whole environment. Let's get closer and we'll reframe this a bit. Oh, yeah. Wow. Manganese clouds. Yeah. That's actually quite a bit better of a picture than I thought we would get. That's not bad at all. We're starting to see the individual trees now, especially in this cluster nearby. And so we'll bring this a little bit more center stage. There we go. And also we can fix that exposure a little bit. Let's bring that down. Take the exposure bar down. Get closer. Now, considering that we're looking through the opal, you know, we can see through it, but that is altering our, you know, the fidelity of the picture. But I'm thinking that that's pretty stellar for looking through kind of like a creamy opal. It's not perfectly jelly. But yeah, we are seeing some very nice individual tendrils on these trees or branches or fronds or what have you. Move that just a tiny bit. I'm curious as to what else we've got going on here in this little forest. And we're just moving through the field of view, so some of the stuff will get crisper as some of the stuff goes a little bit more blurred. But yeah, this is going to be amazing to make into some gemstones. Let's go over here one more time. Just enjoying all of this right here. Have a look at these trees. I mean, that's exquisite down there, diving towards our front right there. Wow. Very crisp. And just a very nice bit of forest right beyond it. But that's going to be the big challenge when working this will be to frame it and find what's good in that stone and facet around it or cab around it. How many of you guys have worked with dendritic opal? It could be either from over here in Oregon or from Australia or wherever else that stuff comes from. We've got Bob in the house. So good to see you. It's gonna be amazing. Ma's saying that it's gonna be fun to play with. Just got some of that stuff as well, and loves that stuff. Soul is here. Good to see you, Soul. Thank you for coming. And Rorschach's test. Yeah, we get to all see what we want to see in that stone. And so we will go back to the box. Let's check this out. And again, we've got some more pieces of this beautiful honey agate, or rather honey opal, and it does come in some different flavors, not unlike what we get over in Oregon. And here's a darker piece with more of the like just a lot more of the trees and a lot less of the just kind of jelly opal. Let's get this guy wet. I can't see what's going on at all. I haven't really gone through these stones. I just opened this last night. I inventoried and made sure that um, that everybody was present that was supposed to show up in this box. So that's a lot of just like almost equal distribution of the dendrite to opal. That one's going to be really insane to cut. That I'm so blown away. I'm so excited and almost speechless about this material. It's it's definitely different than what we have here. So let's do this. That's a pretty cool window to look at. So let's get some light on it. So that's some really cool tree action going on. We're like looking at kind of the tops of the trees on that upper left-hand corner. That is spectacular. So just a full-on hike to cut one of these rocks and frame all the trees is going to be some serious hiking through the forest. It's going to be visually quite amazing. While I am dreaming about that and catching up on the chat, we'll look at a piece of labradorite that he slipped in. Many of the things that I got, I actually purchased from him, as you will be able to also. He's getting his website ready for you guys to be able to do the same, and uh, I was going somewhere with that. I okay, but yeah, see, I took out this Labradorite and I lost my mind, and you guys can probably see why I am such a lover of yellow things, and that stopped me mid thought. If I remember what I was trying to say, then I will go ahead and share it, but it probably wasn't terribly significant, and this rock is. But I'm gonna hold it and keep on catching up on the chat. Yeah, this is amazing. I don't want to look at the chat. I want to look at this. But of course I want to see what you guys are saying. Okay. Yeah. Uh and Manny is sharing that it comes in some amazing colors like yellow and green. I've got a green piece. I believe Kurt shared it with me, and it is absolutely so beautiful. I don't have the heart to cut it yet until I get more. Um, and let me just get all the way to the end. And my flashlight looks like lightning striking behind the trees in the fog. Yeah, I know. Wasn't that cool? That was me trying not to like flare it too much, and yeah. And walking and chewing gum and patting my head and rubbing my belly all at the same time. You know. Um, crisscross labra sauce. Oh man, oh, this stuff just kills me. Oh, Sage Rat is here. Good to see you, Sage Rat. That's awesome. I love your plushie. So great. Um, and let's see, some you purchased, some he gifted. His website is almost ready. Does that help? Oh, you're so awesome. Thank you for trying to get me back on track. Yes, you guys will be able to make your purchases. Some of this was gifted. And oh yeah, like I'm showing it off so that you guys can also catch kind of some of the stuff that he's going to like a fun little preview for sure. And Yeah, it's a yellow lab. Woof woof. Oh my gosh. Fire. Okay. I wanted to show you some of it, but I unloaded some of this box already because since they were purchases, they were actually, going in directions that my cutting and whatnot needed to go in. That was part of the thought that I was trying to forget, but not. And so some of that stuff is already getting sawed and everything. uh, um, what? Oh, the labracadabra. Yeah, TM. That's right. I thought of that. But everybody can share in the wealth. So this is some very colorful petrified wood that was tumbled by the Yellowstone, and Theo knows what a weakness I have for petrified wood. So this was a gift also. I believe that I can't remember if I purchased the Sodalite or if that was a gift. But yeah, I think that was the nature of what I was trying to say, is that some of the stuff in the box I did pay for, and then other stuff was surprises, and that's always so much fun. I got some more of what he likes to call trifecta rocks, and they're already in the saw room, the laboratory, ready to do some processing. But I wanted to share with you also what the labradorite looks like when it is rough. Some of you are fully aware of exactly what this stuff looks like rough, but some of you maybe haven't seen it before, so I thought I would share. And so this is the stuff, and you can see directionally where Karen gets to start with this guy, and it's got some really really beautiful blues going on, some color patches right away that will be fun to tap. I wanted to mention, this was probably part of what I was trying to remember before also, that if you guys, there we go. If you guys have some labradorite or are interested in cutting labradorite at some point, look at that. We've got that just freaking electric turquoise blue, and then it's going into a pocket where you see some yellow red going on right there. See that? Oh my gosh. Oh, it goes all the way over to there. So that's going to be, so you have to find these planes in which to cut it. You can't just cut it any which way you want to and expect these colors to come out, because if I turn this, it goes away, right? And so you have to cut it so that it's, directionally facing what you want to show off. Look at that. It's got a purple belly button right there in the center. So Theo is releasing a video that is about how to cut labradorite from the rough, and that will be the first weekend of April. He always drops on Saturdays, and so if you're wondering when to catch the fresh Theo videos, that is when he drops. Oh my gosh, look at that, right there. So this whole face is kind of already faced, I think. I'm gonna make it wet, but I did want to share this with you because we can all cut our, our rough labradorite with Theo's help, as of when he gets that video done. Look at that. That's not going to be bad, you guys. That isn't going to suck. That right there. And one of the things that I love about rocks like this is that as you cut, everything gets different. And so you've got these wonderful colors, and you cut, and they're in different places, and they're in different shapes, and they're different color combinations. But yeah. And this is behaving this well under a circle light. So directional light works a lot better with labradorite, and yet this rock is so electric that it's like, yeah, I just want to shine. I'm so excited. Yeah, labracadabra. Gonna have to make a t-shirt or something like that. And so here's another one. This one's bigger. And so I just wanted to show you some of the rough. This is light bodied. You have different body colors in Labradorite. He's got some very dark bodied stuff too, but there's something about the light bodied. And this is something where I like a lot of sugar. I like sugar-free Sodalite, but I don't mind uh sugary Labradorite at all. There's some color right there. And so I cut some that is very much like this, that was from another order. You guys watched me unbox the other order of Labradorite that I got from Mr. Theo. And it had just like Aurora Borealis. Whoa, look at that yellow. Hello. Aurora Borealis colors, but pastel all the way through, the pastel, kind of bluish gray that the body tone is. And it is just, the Theo likes to say bee's knees, and it made me weak in my bee's knees big time. That is going to be amazing. Like green and yellow. Looks like the yellow gets hot, so it might go into orange, and oftentimes that'll get you some red or some of that like salmon pink color. But yeah, that's not a small rock. And so we're going to be firing up the 10 for the other one, but these bigger ones are going to have to go in the 20. My last one that I got from him that was a rough rock is about that, like twice as big as that, a third again to twice as big. So it's insane. And so we are collecting some fun from Mr. Theo. And thank you for that, Theo. And somebody should go to bed wearing helmets on Friday nights. What's going on? Yeah, it's going to be super fun to process. I will take you guys all along for the ride on the Labradorite train. We will go on that crazy train together and see how those go. So we're going to just move this over here to some sushi trays of some rocks that I just did. You can see the Theo rocks sitting right there next door. And these guys are some of the things that I just pulled off of the saw, some slablets. I thought it would be so cool to make a whole light and Fordham thing on casters. And so this light is actually on a thing with casters, and it's drifting. But that's actually going to be good enough because I'll just pick them up for you. And yeah, I'm making Ma hungry. Everybody, let's do a great big Steinkern together. I'm gonna hydrate, and meanwhile, it's been busy here in the ozone, and it sounds like Dave Liu has been busy too. All right, yeah, very busy. My mom stays in the laboratory when she comes. And so I am getting some sawing done ahead of time so that this is just going to keep on going back to the place. So that she has a place to sleep and I'm not sawing with her having to deal with it. And so, yeah. That's why we get to see all this. I have been working like a mad person. I wanted to start off with something that was really intriguing to me, and it's gonna just go ahead and drift downhill. We've got some silver ore that in quartz matrix that I bought in Nevada the last time that we were there, and you can see it's even oxidizing up there. So it's tinting the stone. You can see some more green right there from the tinting from the actual silver oxidizing in here. And then you can catch the sparkles of it not conveying as good. Like there's a big pocket of it right here and a big pocket of it right there. And so I have I have been sitting on most of this because I wanted again to know I was getting more before I processed a whole bunch of it. Oh, there you can see the silver in that piece quite well. Hello. And so most of the silver is also flanked by the black, and so you kind of can pick out where the silver is based on the dark splotches. That's where it's hanging out, and then it's got this like really interesting crusty hole. Oh, there's a big piece of silver right there. And so I figured we would slam this underneath the microscope real quick and have a look at the native silver that is residing inside this rock, this quartz. And then I also wanted to take a look at what's going on in that pocket on account that we are seeing, again, the oxidization going on with that beautiful green, beautiful green patina. Um, Did somebody just die? What? Um, it's silver. Let me make sure that here I'll bring this back into view while I'm catching up. And I'll show you what the outside of the rock looks like too. I did tell a story. Ooh, we have to actually look at this one too for a reason. Um, when we were down, we did a great big loop visiting family in California, and then we came back up through Nevada, and we had a chance to visit, uh, some of the smaller towns in Gemfield and Tonopah and all that. And I ran across this silver ore, and it is from the Black Widow mine. And there was an individual that has this old stock, and I actually got it from the claim owner of Gemfield. Sold me these, and she was very, very generous with her wise and everything. And so anyways, that's what this looks like. I was supposed to be catching up on the chat, but I was looking at it too. I locked my mom in the cavatory. Pretty good way to get more calves. Yeah, I really should put her to work. She sleeps in there and she hangs out in there, and I'm supposed to not like keep her up all night while I'm sawing and cabbing. She's very, very patient when I do want to cab in there, because some people might not love the sound of it, but who doesn't love to see what the end results are? And we're asking copper up in there too. Does that happen there? And this particular stuff does not have copper up in there too, but this particular piece does actually. It comes from Gold Country, and one of the reasons why I felt like I should put this one underneath the microscope is I discovered that in the middle of that white patch, and you can't tell that it's shiny, but it is. I suspect that's gold, and so we're going to look at both. And so here I'll try to get to back to doing my job and just seeing that the microscope is reading like pure white. Whoops, come back down. There we go. Oh, we need we turned off the auto exposure. And it stymied the camera something fierce. So let's get this back. We'll have the little exposure bar. Sorry, guys. And we'll get this up onto the platform. Take that down, put this up, put it up. There we go. Okay, and so we're just kind of in the middle of that slice right now. We'll make that full screen, and we'll move around a little first. I think I'll just move the specimen. And so you can see there's a patch of silver right there. I love the green bit right there, also kind of near the exposure square. And those are the places where you kind of get the oxidization. And there is our druzy pocket full of fun that I wanted to visit. And so let's see, I'm holding it right now. We'll put it down and we'll hone in. And since it was druzy, I did not make it this wet, so we don't have to worry about glare at all. It's just not as show-offy as it might be. I think that'll afford us the best view. And it looks like Christmas in there. It looks like Christmas decorations. It's very interesting little area right to the right of it too. It almost looks organic. And it looks like Randall is here. Good to see you, Randall. Yeah, some super fun ore. Getting this made me really, really want to get some more. And so I'm sure that the next time I go out there, I'm going to be begging girlfriend to lay on me whatever she has available. And she said that it's kind of, who knows if it's as difficult for her to get as she said, but that if I liked it, I should jump on it. And let me check to make sure that I have you guys on full screen. Yes. Okay, good. Because this we all want to see together. And then we'll go and check out a patch of the silver. Here we are looking at silver ore, but Karen decided that we're going to look at this crazy patch first. And so isn't that wild? What is going on? I mean, that is like the coolest color combination of things, obviously oxidizing. We'll see if I can move it to the center without shaking it too hard, that we can get it in good focus right in the center. Oh man, it looks like body kind of in there too. I can't explain what's going on in there at all. Although you can see these little pockets nearby that might also bear some explanation. But it looks like, we have this silver oxidizing, but maybe there's also some sort of an iron. I wouldn't be able to explain why it's so colorful, or some other either mineral or maybe a chemical even coming in and doing something weird here. So cool. So we're traveling now. We're close enough that we can sort of travel through the field of view. And so we're towards the back now. We're going down the rabbit hole, down the cave. And so the center is what we're looking at. And then we'll back out and kind of go through the like this mini gem field. This is all druzy. It's all crystal through there. And then it's got this, crazy underlying color. It's fantastic. What a treat. Okay, I'm going to try to move it without bumping it too hard one more time. Get it over here. So we're going to go down deeper. I think we have some room to come a little closer. Look at how saturated that color is. That is really bright color. Look at the red that's on the rim of the quartz, staining it just cherry red. We might need to play with the exposure. Okay, everybody, I might ruin it here for you. Yep. Okay, hold on just a second. Although with some more light, you're seeing the topography a little bit better, but I'll back that down a bit. But that's how colorful it is. I mean, even completely overexposed, you're seeing just such a saturated range of color. That's just amazing to me. Let's kind of go down the throat of this thing. Wow. Wow. A little bit closer. So gemmy. That is like the gemmiest belly button ever. So I'll definitely have to like preserve in this slab. I'll preserve this in like a cab, I think. And so I think it would be a very cool embellishment for a cab. Let's get a little bit closer. Wow. Move it. The slightest movement is going to be bonkers in here if I'm not careful. Oh, very good. It's not bad. Yeah, we're getting some detail over there in the left. Let's see if I can't move that field of view. Like, this looks like something that your grandma would have, like some super bejeweled, cluster of grapes on like the the coffee table. I don't know. Or a brooch that she would wear that just like has like all of this crazy different color combination jewels on it. Wow. So we're looking at these guys in the foreground, and I mean that's just some really neat splendor as far as the variety. Orange, yellow, red, green. Yeah, go down the throat one more time and we'll see. That's pretty good. Sorry about the exposure bar. I guess I could take it down right now since let's get close. If we can get closer. Oh, we can. We'll get closer. Ooh, wow, look at that. Let's lose that now. I'm gonna snap a picture of that. That's not ugly. And take the auto exposure away. Oh, wow, look at that cave, you guys. I'm sorry, I'm laughing and it's shaking the microscope. Oh my goodness. Let's see if we can go a little bit closer. So if this was Mongo sized, it'd be a Doug piece for sure. So I'm going down to the bottom of the cave there, and let's back out. It's a really intriguing little thing with like black ridges up on the top of the cave. I like how close we are. We can actually see the separation of the different colors and these groups of crystals. And let's take a look at this guy right here in front. Wow. You can kind of swing on over to this other guy. That is intense. Wow, that is just really fancy. Okay, I think that it would be cool. I've totally lost track of the chat. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Oh, this is hilarious. My grandma so had those glass grape clusters, right? I'm sorry. I'm totally messing up the picture, laughing too hard. Macro cells, micro is nerd fuel. Yes, yes, yes. Reptile Z. Yes, yes, yes. Betty is here. Good to see you. Like looking at a Tiffany lamp through a kaleidoscope. Ooh, ooh, I like that imagery very, very much. And the multicolored, yeah, brooches and the rhinestones. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh. All right. And it does seem like it was like botryoidal and then it got covered with druzy, but like anybody want to venture explaining these teeny weeny color changes? I mean, yeah, it's a micro mango. Oh my gosh. Uh, just incredible. Okay, okay, and that opal guy just put down his opal for a moment. This is, oh, thank you so much, Rick. Silver in quartz, and we're looking at a pocket that obviously got some really extra double nice attention from nature with some oxidization. And so when we're done looking around, I will zoom out so that you can get a reference as to what in the world were we just looking at. Glyph is saying micro tours are really fun. We have anthill garnets here. Oh, cool. There's all kinds of micro gems in those hills. Just wait till they hibernate. Nice. All right. So what I'm going to do, everyone, is we will get some music going and we'll just cruise around for a little bit and then we'll be back uh for some more of the slabs. You saw that the killer sushi slab trays are full, plus we have the sunstones to look at as well. So here comes some music for pleasure. Whoops, here we go. All right. And so backing on out, we are seeing that we've just got this beautiful piece of quartz with some native copper in it. And that hopefully answered the question of what we were looking at. Although you guys provided some really great answers. And we brought in a little bit of light to be able to uh, check out those crystals. We're completely discombobulating the auto exposure here, but that's what we got going on so that we could activate the dimension that we were experiencing there. And so let's bring up just a tiny bit more light onto the exposure. It's autoing awfully dark. And we were going to cruise on over to a spot where I think we had some silver. There's that one and that one. Those weren't super awesome. Oh, there's one on the edge. That's not super awesome either, but you can see if I bring it into view, our silver. Oh, let's bring it down. It's a little too high for good. There we go. And we will bring me back on account that I always love the different ways that I can get that wrong every time. Okay, we're gonna look at the end that I was showing you before that has a little extra something something. And I'm hoping that we're not too high on the microscope. It might, yeah, we can take it off of its platform so we can get it on there. Since this is a specimen microscope, it can boom up and down, but it's got a fixed boom. And so it's not like a jeweler's one that you just kind of bring up and down easily. That's on the docket for sure. And bringing the comments back up. And Mox Rocks, I've been promising to do so for the members side. I just need to do it. Got the music, got the microscope, got the pretty footage. And so I just need to put that stuff all together for you guys so badly. And Prairie Girl Rocks is saying that she sees things. Oh, I'll bet. Okay, so making sure that I've got this on view since I just changed the setup for the microscope. Okay, let's see if we can get that onto the stage and we'll get it into focus for you. Focus. All right, so there's what the outside looks like. So you've got a lot of staining from different things. I hope I put the right side in. Oh, there we go. There's our little thing right there. So I spy with my little eye something shiny, and it's not silver. What do you guys see? Well, let's blow it up. And let's do this. And focus. And focus. What do we have? What is this little guy? Bring it into the center. Actually, there's a group. There's a group of them little guys. And I'm glad that you had a good time exploring that. Sage rat. It's this is what I dork out and do by myself quite a bit. And it's always really super fun to bring you guys along. And we're gonna go down a super hardcore rabbit hole here with petrified wood in the studio very soon. And I would love to bring you guys along for that as well. Oh yeah. And biggin. I just love that so much. And biggin. That's a thing. Yes. 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 Now, this woman that I got the silver ore from, she also had gold ore. I could not afford the gold ore though. And she's like, with the silver ore and the gold ore, it might be just riddled with it, or you might have just some little bits and pieces here and there. And so I don't know if you guys can go online and you check out uh, silver ore, native silver ore on online, you might see pieces that are absolutely riddled with it. Like it's just, spidering through the whole specimen or cabochon or what have you. And then other times you get like little, bits. And for me, I am just over the moon that my silver ore bearing rock has silver ore in it. But when I was slicing this, obviously, you guys, like this is right next to, like, here is the margin from where I was cutting, and I was cutting along, and I'm like, hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You don't look like everybody else at all. And so, uh, taking a closer look here, looking very, very gold. And so we'll perform some tests. Hardness test is easy. Poke, poke, poke. You guys were with me one time when I found some gold. I believe it was in some of the mariposite that I have. And we poked it and poked it, and it was soft. And it was like that it couldn't be anything else. Look at that nugget right there now in the middle of the exposure bar, or upper right. Gah, that's so nuggy. So warm and inviting. And so those of you who got mariposite from me, you have the possibility of having gold in your mariposite also. And so that's just for you to know. Check your mariposite closely. Let's get closer on in here to these pretties. These little guys. Shiny, shiny. Let's look at that guy. What's going on with you? Looks like some things hanging on around this guy that we can see. That's crazy. Look at how many other things are hanging on around it. It will be very interesting to make a test. Got some little hanger-oners. Shiny, shiny. Very interesting. Let's go over to those other guys real quick, and then we'll have a look at those sunstones too. What'll be interesting is a comparo. Like there's so many little guys attached to these. Is gold attractive? There's like red and some yellow. You can see those little spots, and you can see them sort of like parsed through the quartz too. That is really weird. Sorry about all the bouncing, guys. Just trying to get that. I mean, that looks like, iridescent cellophane of different colors. Yeah, that's as far in as that we can go. So, I mean, I'm not rich off of this little little bit, but it does mean that I have, something cool to cut, I think. And let's see, what was Blind Squirrel saying? So I see an exactly. Where is it? Yeah, blowing it up makes it more valuable. Inflation. That's great. And so I have a piece of ore from near Little North Fork. It has a few tiny gold flecks. Oh, nice. Yeah, I immediately after getting this felt like I needed more Aura rock in my life. And what is also very interesting is that we've got, there we go. We have over on the Graveyard Point side of things, we have a lot of marcasite, and I was just cutting some of the Graveyard Point stuff looking for some nice plume, and I came across a bunch of marcasite. And so you know how I love for the different projects in the lapidary to mix stones in my end result of the jewelry pieces. I had an abundance of ideas that were related to mixed ore pieces. Wouldn't that be cool? Like all these different metallic sort of ore pieces together. So exciting. All right. So let's see. We can go back to this here really quick, and we'll check out the sushi trays. And so as I was saying, if you've got some of this from me, then there's a very good chance that you have well, I don't want to say a good chance. There's a really good chance actually that it is metallic, because a lot of this is metallic, and I believe that the metallic stuff that you get in these is a pyrite. And so you can see the silver in there. And then what's funny is that you've got the gold and the fool's gold going on in these mariposite pieces. But yeah, definitely check out what you got. The variation in color is usually where you'll find them, like the dark parts where you've got like some oxidization. Somebody asked about, I think it was on Patricia's Rocks video, they were asking about the hardness, and you can see how nicely this cuts. This holds together really well. Some of the edges, or if you get into a lot of the quartz areas, it seems like there's some varying sugariness, but these cab up really nicely. I just was cabbing some last night for some accent stone stuff in, the myriad of green things that want to happen, and was getting very, very excited about it. And then we've got some really cool petrified wood. As I said, I'm getting into a petrified wood study, and we're going to be going through the different woods that I have and that other people have sent me, and we're going to see if we can't do some identification of different wood species from doing the thin sections and doing the science. So what I thought was really cool about this piece, and you can kind of see relative to my hand what's going on, but we have the growth lines here of 4 of them. How big was this thing? Look at how big those are rings. How big this must have been like a metasequoia, like a really, really, really big tree. So cool to have that kind of evidence. I was talking to Steve about this, like the forensics of what was going on here. So what I thought would be super fun is to slide this underneath the microscope really quick and have a look at these cells, because I haven't had a chance to do that yet. And Rufo is over here with the spots, and we had them running at the front of the show. So if you ever want to look at spot prices, you can check out the beginnings of the Friday Night Lives, and we've been tracking spots for months now. And so you even have a comparo if you want it. And just grabbing a towel here really quick, and we'll sit here looking at the beautiful Mariposite. And this is the Marcusite graveyard that I was just talking about. Also, I was just looking for some nice plumes, and all this Marcusite showed up, and I am not complaining at all. Now, hopefully we haven't gone down too low, because this one's sitting where it should. We'll see if the platform is gonna work. Maybe not. Might have to bring it back up. Let's have a look here anyway. Okay, so if we can't get it to focus, oh, we can. Hello, wood. So there's some really, really cool wavy gravy in here with this particular slice. Get that up to full screen. There we go. And what we are looking at is the how quickly it grew, and at different times of the year is what I understand creates your different you know, the wobbles and the waves going on. And those of you who work wood are just all too familiar with all of those signs when you're looking at something that you're going to work. It's all the same, just the pet wood is rock also, but still does all the same things as the wood does. So we'll get closer and see if we can't get in on some of these cells, looking at the different fibers, the xylem going back and forth. And I'm seeing the cells be stacked as we get closer. This always reminds me of a knit sweater when you look at the cells. Now, for as big as those growth rings are, it's interesting how small these cells are presenting. Sometimes there's just massive big cells, but of course that those differing structures have everything to do with the different kinds of wood that you're looking at. And so that's a telltale right off the bat. Now it looks like these are singular strands, and you can they are flowing, like the xylem's going left to right, from the bottom left to the top right, and the cells are going the opposite direction from the bottom right up to the top left type thing. And it's absorbing the singer oil that I put on here, which is kind of funny. So we're getting a whole bunch of glare happening because the oil did go in. So that won't be a super long look. I thought the oil was going to buy us a little bit more time, but I did put it on sparingly because I want to use this piece. I don't want it all gobbed up with oil. So beautiful. And now colorfully divoted with the texture from whence it came. So there I am. I always lose myself. I lose myself in this thing. We'll make one of these guys wet so that you can see what I'm talking about, or a couple of them. These definitely, if you're hungry for chewing on rocks, I think this was the most Marcasite one, but I hit a couple of these thinner, yeah. So they're thinner. Both sides would have been their seam agate, right? So that's all the seam was. It was a crack that filled in, and it was about, an inch to an inch and a half. So the coloring that you're seeing, like that blue coloring down there at the bottom, that's coloring from the marcasite, plus the green is too. And what's really remarkable is it not only colors the agate that surrounds it, but it also sometimes will not give it body color, but only it'll sit in there suspended and just look like glitter was dropped into the agate while it was flowing and setting. So yeah, this stuff is such a treat. Really, really enjoy working with it. See how close. And so there's just a lot going on, and then when the light's hitting it just right, you get the sparkle too. So it's got this wonderful metallic thing that gets to go on too. So probably not going to be able to show you without magnification, but definitely wanting to show you some of this fantastic. I mean, Graveyard Point has so many different moods. Once you can get an eye for what like typical graveyard looks like, but then at the same time it can really pull out some interesting surprises. And so that's going to be really fun to play with and get some cabs going. I mean, look at how it is so spazzy good stuff. And still hanging on here for, let's see what's going on over here in the chat. Excellent. Everybody's yum yum and all the goods. All right. So, what I think we should do, I'll shift on over. We saw most of that stuff. And we've got this guy over here. Just wanted to show off a little bit of what we went through there, and then we'll get into the Sunstone sorting right there. And so you guys saw the Thunder Egg cabochon from the opening and also in the thumbnail. This is that guy, and I'm putting fingerprints all over it. I'm moist. And yeah, so this one's really cool because it's got this chevron fortification up there. And let me see if I can't bring that out with the light. It's so cool. And so I know some people love them just for like specimen. There we go. And then boy, but you can process them and make some cabs happen, and they're always unique, they're always remarkable. I love working with the Thunder Eggs. And again, a plug for what we've got going on over on the Discord. Join us. We're indulging in the Thunder Eggs. This is actually the stone that it was from. This is part of the original, and so this is the other side. You can see those same chevron pieces or pattern right there. And so that's probably going to end up, I don't know, I might set that one, or it would be a cabin slab for the next sale. Not sure which way that's going. I cut another one and it did this. I should take pictures of this for the Discord. that's not up yet, but look at how wild and crazy that mossing is. So much fun with puddles of bluelicious agate going on. And so, yeah, you never know what you're going to get with Thunder Egg, for goodness sakes. Does so many cool things. Oh, I'm sorry, all sorts of hand wiggle here. And flip it. That's what the other side is doing. So crazy. Probably would want to do something with this side if I end up being the one that does something. And these are from the group that we self-collected also. So rare, rare, rare. Fun. So, you know, they like everybody kind of knows the quintessential look of the Thunder Egg. And these bits actually came from ones that were like partially broken. They weren't specimen worthy to begin with. I think this is the back. Yeah. So this one was like, you know, found broken already. And so, you know, it's not like I was just ruining specimen worthy ones just to make cabochon material. I have a few, gosh, that almost looks irisy. Huh. Yeah, I have a few that that are just fantastic, but you know, broken. We found them in the ground or in the field, and they're just waiting to become cabochons. So there's not sacrilege going on. Oh yeah, and here's actually where this, I think this was where the other one came from. The other one that I showed. That's opal. So common opal happens a lot. When you see opaque bands, that's common opal. And they had a whole opal bed there have probably still over there at Richardson's. That one has some really neat landscaping going on, like those giant kelps growing or something. Cool little druzy pocket, or it's a manta ray or something. choose your adventure in that one. And then I cut into this one particular rock of the landscape had a lot of this sort of conglomerate going on. It's wild. So we've got both of the picture aspect happening, but then also like all of this snow. Looks like a snowman crawling along, I guess. Crawling along the desert. But really had a good time seeing all the different landscapes coming out on this particular one. It even did like it had a moment of going Bigsy on me. There's the Bigsy part. Is this it? Oh, I probably actually put those in a cab pile, but there were some that did these concentric lines from the stone that I obviously have put someplace where I'm gonna make sure to cab them. But yeah, some really, really cool little scenes going on. Wild. So that looks so much like a butte. A rocky butte right there with like, you know, huge snowflakes. All right, so let's get into the Sunstones clean up our work area really quick. And these guys just came out of the tumbler. We did the vibratory tumbler, and we started with the, what is it, 180 to 220 grit, and we went through the normal stuff, about a week for each stage, except for the final polish. I think I only left it in for 4 days, and we burnished for a day too. And so these are for the most part dry, and they might have some like little droplet marks on them, but they are pretty flippin' polished. So mission accomplished. No, I just smeared something all over that one. But yeah, they turned out really good. Obviously, the job that I want to do is to window so I can see the different values of the Schiller that are inside. And as we experienced last time, we have a lot of white Schiller that either you decide that you want or you don't want. And I noticed that this batch has quite a bit as well. So wherever from the ground these ones came, this is spectrum material. Let's see. The Schiller coming through there. We'll put, there you go. That's great. You can really see those clouds. They go from top to bottom. And I mean, that is, you can see the you know, those waves are going through there. There you go. Wow. So that one's got actually a lot of silver Schiller in it. And I'm going to get my bins out. Since we're going to touch them, we might as well sort them as we're going along. This particular group has Schiller in it too. The last group did not. And so here's a Schiller diller sticking out. We have a red colander, which probably is an unsmooth move to make. So I'm going to put this into some here holders, because also your hand will color a sunstone, and you'll think every single one of them is a Schiller, and it's just reflecting your flesh. And so there is our pretty Schiller in this one. Nice pinky glow. We'll turn this over. And I'm pretty sure that John Saucer Hunter got me these fabulous gem holders. There we go. So the Schiller has, it's oriented in a strange way. If I wanted to facet this guy, not facetable with that thin part, but the bulb there at the end is definitely enough meat. But do we want to? Come on, focus. There we go. Do we want to facet this guy, or does it deserve to just be a pretty, like, that would be great to, like, it's already polished, so, you know, it could be wrappable or something like that. So that'll go into the Schiller bin. And ooh, that's definitely Schiller, yeah. What I found out, I was taking pieces out to have, it's always sunny in Karen's tumbler. I love that. Ooh, that is true. That's a t-shirt as well. So I was looking at one that not only did I not know that it was a Schiller when I put it in, but it ended up being a color dot. And so there's Schiller, but Schiller doesn't necessarily mean that it changes the body tone of that's plain old right there. Doesn't change the body tone of the stone. And then you have Schiller that like oftentimes will tint other parts of the stone green. And then you have, of course, the colors like the red and then the green, and there might not be visible Schiller in there. That's a really nice one. That would be a good carver. Um, trying to hopefully pick up some Schiller ones right from the get-go. We'll do some cherry picking. Yeah, I think that's got some. And so I didn't know that this Sunstone was going to be good at all, and it turned out being not only Schiller, but also it had a bicolor spot in it. And I would have never known. It would have been sitting in a bowl or a bin or something. That one's, you can see the color of the Schiller going straight down from the top tongs. And it's being, you can see those lines. There's 3 pretty bold lines coming down. And you know, I'm positioning it right over some of the weight of the material, ceramic material, so you can see that. Okay, so that's the Schiller, like kind of not shining pink. We have to find which direction they want to be seen so that they'll give us some shine. But that's definitely a facettable stone. In fact, I love it when the Schiller is sort of, wow, not finding the direction for that. We're seeing the Schiller, but we're not seeing his shine. And that's got a lot of meat on its bones too. We'll find one with some really good Schiller, and then we'll throw that underneath the microscope. Yeah, seeing the Schiller, you can kind of see them standing there like ghosts. I wonder if those are oxidized. That might not be pink. They might be kind of dull. There, I know it's over at the bottom, but I'm trying to get an angle so that you guys can see those 3 patches of the Schiller. That's odd. That's an anomaly. We'll be looking at that later. But I want to get a screamer that we can put underneath the microscope. Actually, wow, that one's really clear. That one's a good carver. I'm going to be doing some carving really soon, guys. Very, very excited about carving season coming up. And Randall helped me big time getting me into some really cool tools for the carving. I believe this one has some Schiller in its little knob. These are so nicely polished that it's hard to get them in the, oh, I think the circle light is also probably making it harder to see the Schiller. I should probably be using the gem light to help. In the bulb on the left side there, that bulb has some Schiller in it. Let's see if the light helps. Helps if I hold it where you guys can see it too. I think the only problem I have with the gemfish is that it's hard to, like, it would be cool if it had a consistent, you can see it wants to turn pink. So it's turning pink from the Schiller. I'm just not seeing the separate Schiller. A nice body color of pink. All right. So Schiller box. Yeah, you saw the flash. Dave Lou saw the flash. We're good. Yeah, there was definitely flash in there. But yeah, you know, so see this one. Oh, can you see that? This one's glowing. You can't see it from your vantage point, but I can see it from where I'm sitting. This guy has Schiller. Wow, that's so funny. I can see it with my eyeballs, and then I try to get the camera's eye to see it, and that fracture right there in the center is actually reflecting the pink of the Schiller. That's pretty cool. So let's get my fingers out of there and see if we can't find the the Schiller for you guys. That's interesting. Yeah, but this tool would be so much better. Okay, so we're getting the pink. If it had a way for the light to stay on, like if you could shift the light on, but you just press the button, and when you release the button, then it makes the light go off. And so you're constantly having to put pressure on that button. So if you, oh, shoes, like you can kind of see the lines of the Schiller right there. There we go. Pink Schiller. That's funny. There. That's like a good angle for it right there. But we're seeing the color of the Schiller and not the little Schiller bits themselves, which oftentimes you can. That's what I'm sort of looking for you guys. I probably should have just cheated and had a really good one set up. I have a rough piece. If we don't find a good one here, I have a rough one that has awesome Schiller to it. How many of you guys have been out to the Sunstones to go find them? And did you go to the mines, or did you go to the public collection, or do you have plans to go and do that? It is quite the experience. And I have to say for myself that after the first time that I went, I was absolutely hooked. That it didn't matter how far off of the beaten path you got to go to get to it or anything. It was like firmly on our docket of fun from the first trip on. We like to go at least once a year. And now I've got like an extreme reason to go once a year. And before that, it was just out of mostly pleasure. That's a really good one. But now I have to, because I got to restock. It's wonderful to have to do those things. Let's see. Let's see if we can get, so that's a dot of color. And it's been made by the Schiller, but that's like also a red dot. And you can see very well by the different angles that we hold it. This is fairly fractury, so it's not going to make a good cutter, like for a faceted stone. Wow, it looks like, okay, so right now, that color is true. Like up at the top of the stone, you're seeing it kind of go into like a greenish, almost like a purpley blue. That's actually happening. That's cool. And when you turn it down this way, you can see how rich the color wants to be too. But yeah, that's a like a red dot right there in the middle. And those of you who have gone to do sunstones and you've found the actual big, red pieces, or there's pinks, like ones like this, where you can't see the Schiller very well, but you can see the color that it has made. And it looks like, yeah, there's a bit of green halo there too. So that was in with ones I had already sorted the colors out of this batch. And this is a color piece, and I would have not known that had it not been for tumbling. Yeah, that's some nice color right there. And so, yeah, it looks like it's on some people's trip lists. Put that in the goody pile. And Sage Rat has gone to the public area. And years ago, I had a friend that had a mine there. And I hunted their claim. How much fun is that? I really want to claim. I want it so bad. It hurts. I could see it in my future for sure. And Dave Liu has to find some bags of sunstones that you have. Very, very cool. And and Mox Rocks is saying it's on your trip list. And tumbling is so good. Yes, Ma, it is. It is so good. So I don't know. You guys probably are sitting there going like, I see one. I see one. Karen, go. Like it's right there. That's a teeny weeny Schiller diller. Oh my gosh, come here. Yeah, like I said, I took the low hanging fruit out of this batch before I tumbled it. When we first get home from going to the whoa. uh, these are slick, you guys. These are very slippery. I don't even know where it went. Oh, there it is. Nope, that's not it. Does this one have Schiller, or was it reflecting somebody else's Schiller? Is that a Schillery? As soon as I get home, I like to, this Red Bull is just driving me bonkers. Is that it? That's it right there. Okay. So we got that. I go through all of the material and pick out the ones that are super obvious. What's that? What's that right there? That's got some color to it. All right, let's stop right there. Okay, we got 3 Schillers waiting. Oh my gosh, that's a color one. That is an absolute color one. Oh my gosh, I would have so missed that. So I took away the Red Bull because we were getting way too much interference from that. We've got like a blush right there. So that is a Schiller one, and I did not know that before. Like I said, these are all ones that I missed when we do our initial go through. Cool. All right, Schiller Diller. So check this out. This is what I just fetched out. I did not know that this existed in this pile at all. This is insane. You know, some of the stuff I've seen before, because when I was changing the tumbler batch from one to the other, I could see like, oh, you're good. Check this noise out. That's color, you guys. That is facetable. You can see green, and so it looks like a bicolor, like it's going to go green to red. It almost like Coke bottle. You seeing that? And then it goes red towards the holder, and that is not reflection. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's some good color right there. There's the other side. You can see where it turns from green to red down there at the very bottom of the stone. And there's some Schiller. So, oh my gosh, that is bangtastic. Oh, wow. Oh, that is so exciting. It's a bummer that it's definitely included. So we'll see if that's something that we can work with. But yeah, that red color is just flowing all over that stone. Yeah, that's exciting. Yeah, the clear bowl is so much better, right, James? It's like if we were smart, we might have even done that from the get-go. All right, I'm gonna put down a cover on my holder so that it's light colored. And we'll see if this shows up on the magnification. Now, unfortunately, it'll be hard to move around to get the Schiller, being is that the optics for the microscope are limited in what their direction can see, if that makes sense. Did I make any sense just now? I don't think so. Okay, there we go. Bring that to the stage. There you are. Okay, so there's that nasty inclusion right there in the middle, which is yellow and red. So it looks like there's even, color slash inclusion or in the inclusion itself. That's so funny. Okay, I'm gonna blow you up and let's see if we can take a little tour through this stone. So you see over there on the left-hand side, it goes to like a dark color. So it's color changing over there on that upper left-hand side. Those clouds are really there. That's color. And then we have the shimmer up towards the top there of the Schiller platelets. And so sometimes it's Schiller alone, and sometimes it's color alone, and sometimes you get both. And this is a stone that has both, and I didn't think it had anything. I couldn't see it. Oh shoot. This might be too far down. Let's see if we can get close enough. No, does it want to come up? Oh, there. Oh, you can see platelets. We see platelets, but I have to hold it very still up there. Oh boy. Let's see, how can we get this to stay still with Karen holding it? 'Cause those are some killer platelets. There. See those individual sparkles? And all of that particulate stuff that you're seeing after the light is, you can see the circle light there, is shining off of some platelets and then also that fracture. But also all of those little dots are the platelets too, the dark dots. So let's get closer. Sham, wow, you're good looking. So going through a little bit of the field of view here, seeing all of those little red platelets. Those are all copper and could be capable of throwing light back at us given what angle we're holding the stone at. So slowly changing the angle. See if we can't get you on. Oh boy. Ah, this is tricky hand holding it. And then we're going to get down here with the color. And you see those sweeps, like not just platelet, but also just color there. And that is where it seems to have some color change capability to go darker and then go to red if we turn it, which we don't have a whole lot of room to do underneath the microscope here. Fascinating. And then there's our weird inclusion. But it definitely has some stuff in it too. It's just not stuff that I can work into a gem. You can see some of the sparkles catching the light right up there. Those are the copper platelets right in the middle now. See if I can hold still. Not holding still very well. But that's what those are. Whew. Yeah, that's a hot stone. That's an unexpected cool color. And given a small cut, I can hopefully isolate what's good in there and trim away what's not gonna work for a stone. Pardon me, there's actually more color in there than I even thought. Although we're driving the exposure bar crazy. But yeah, that's That's awesome. We discovered that together. Very exciting. Back. And I'm back. Okay. Some were put away. I have a large sunstone with green and red color change in the center. Yeah, I love those so much. And they're just rare enough. Like I always feel like I had a good belt run, from Spectrum if I can get some different colors. And I like my hopes are high, and although I keep my expectations reasonable, although I would say that we typically always get some color. There's a Schiller right there. Put it right in the center right there. So some of these are smaller stones. There's a Schiller right there. You see the pink going back and forth. It's right in the center now. And yeah, those ones that have color change are so special. Like those aren't like, oh yeah, well every time I go I expect to get one. That looks like it's got something going on. What do you have going on? It could be just a play of where it was sitting. No, that's actually, it looks like it's got something going on in the center there. How cool. Because that's big. Like that gives us some room to work. Yes, that's got something. Yeah. Yeah, it's got Schiller lines. What color is the Schiller? Is it pink? Do we have the pink Schiller? Yep, that's pink. You can see it right there. There it is. Boy, this light helps a lot. See all that pink? That actually is more than I thought. Woohoo! Light that Schiller right up. What should we make out of this one? Oh, there. There. Wow, nice. A lot. That's a good stone, you guys. Look at that. Huh. What shall we make out of that? That's kind of a big one. That's a surprise. That is a 100% surprise. I did not know that that was in there either. I love this. This is so much fun. I could just be going through these all night long. Might be. I'm supposed to be doing other stuff. I need to get ready for my mom to be here. Mom, if you're still there, so everything might not be like super squeaky clean when you get here because I might be doing this. Wow. That would maybe make a cool carved something, but it's got a lot of meat on its bones, so it might end up having to get faceted. Get that Schiller in there. Woo! All right. Wow. Like I said, I could meander through these all day. I'm gonna put the one that isn't already tumbled. This'll get tumbled, but it's not. I'm just gonna bring this up so that you guys can see this one. All right, there is a whole mess of Schiller going on in this stone. And so obviously this is the type of thing, like I was saying, that gets pre-sorted out. Like I can see this one is a screamer. And so it just got taken out. And you can see, like, just without even zooming in, you can see the platelets of the Schiller. Like no work is required here. So we'll get down. And one of the things about the sunstones, like very much like your your obsidian. I'm doing like two things at the same time, and thinking isn't one of them. Um, so these cleave so clean that you can see, you get these wonderful windows in sometimes, and then other times they're really dirty and included on the outside, so you can't see into them, and that's why it's such a wonderful idea to tumble them. And so in this case, you can see clear inside to that wonderful Schiller that's going on. You can see that there's a bunch of green tint to this as well. So this is going to definitely be kind of like a watermelony piece when I have a chance to do something with it. It's been sitting around because like in plain sight, because this is the type of thing where I want to really plan well, because it has the potential of being a really fantastic and valuable stone if I cut it right. And so no pressure. But yeah, this is the type of thing where I'm always excited when you find something like this, if you're doing a belt run, or if you're doing some digging, and it was clear enough on the outside, like it cleaved well enough that, yeah, you can just see right into all the fun. It's over exposing that Schiller blast that we've got over there to the left. But I wanted to give you guys a look at this, not only because it's beautiful, but also it gives you kind of an idea as to its like growth habits. You're seeing not only the way that it broke, but also the crystal habit. It's growing that Schiller along where its lattice is. And so we're seeing the way that this particular crystal grew. That's actually a really good picture. Let's snap a picture on that. I'll share that over at the Discord. Um, one moment while my brain does another think and react at the same time. So bring that back. Not ugly. That I could just look at this all night. It does look like muscle fibers, and yes, it is so sexy. So good. And again, that green tinting, that's how the greenies are made. Hey, Cliff, I'm so happy that you became a member. Yay! Let's do the thing. I think we all need a drink. Ring-a-ling-a-ling. I want to climb to the top of that mountain. But yeah, I was saying about the green. Thank you so much, Cliff. Welcome in. So pleased to have you. And yeah, the chemical exchange going on between the copper and the chemicals that are in the feldspar are believed to, be responsible for the green tinting that you get. And oftentimes the Schiller ones will have even if a light halo of that green, but others just total watermelon action. So good. Yeah, it looks fire agate, right? Who wants to go closer? We've got closer that we can do. And bring that into some more focus. Again, not ugly. Opals and sunstones fight constantly for my love and to be my favorite. Saying that you've got a favorite is so hard to do. There's just so many great stones, right? So as we're coming through the color fields, you're starting to pick up on a little bit more of the platelet and fire actually happening on the right hand side. That looked like just body color, but now we're seeing it's just really, really thick Schiller. And the exposure is just blasting those ones on the left hand side. Let's get down in there. One of the cool things about things that are clear is that you can actually get past the surface and, have a look down into them. And so this is a treat. Like we're seeing down into the kind of red recess of this stone and kind of looking through its platelets, making that tonality. And now we're seeing that that pink sheen is coming wrapping around that left hand bottom side too. Um, just exquisite. So you can see why they fight. They fight for my love because these things are so dang pretty. Okay, so that's at just 40x. Um, and I do a lot of threatening about like changing my my lenses. Now, obviously we're a bit overexposed. I can darken this and see if we can't see that left side better. But yeah, we need to change over. I work with this setting, but I have another Vernil lens that will go to 90. And so we actually could be looking at this stuff even closer if we wanted. I would just have to change lenses. Like we would go for a short break and come back type thing. We won't do it tonight, but I think that we need to do that. So right now we're actually looking into the stone instead of just at the surface. And it's a pretty cool world in there, I think. Should take a little picture of this guy too. And I'll, like I said, put that up on the I'll put that up on the Discord for you guys when I come back to Earth, because it is so hard to come out of the microzone for me. Oh my gosh, Cliff. Oh, thank you so much. Sage rat. Boink. Too close. All right. And thank you, Cliff. Oh, you're too sweet for that. I really, really appreciate it. So that is cleavage, baby. Yeah, we're getting a really close look at cleavage. This is the members only Sunstone channel right here. And I'm just playing with the field of view really quick for you guys, just to kind of we're over on the left hand side with all of that fun, crazy shine from up there. And we'll travel across. So there's our beautiful sort of left hand side traveling through the middle. That looks like the so past our blob right in the center top, and then that wall that comes down on the left hand side almost looks like those curved or triangular roofs in a Gothic church or something. Like, I don't know if you can see the wall that's coming up from the right hand side now, and like it looks like we've got like a kind of cool building structure there. I love going in here. I love this place. Did I take a picture of exactly this? I think I need to take another picture. And then I'll let you guys go. I'm sorry. I'm shaking the picture. Snap it. Okay, and back to the camera. All right. Okay. Have we had our fun? Have we had our fun? I'm back. Wait, I'm back. No, where am I? There I am. Here, let's do this. One day I'll figure out the correct recipe for everything. Okay, so oh, thank you, Cliff. I'd better do it before Kyle's sale tomorrow. Yeah, everybody has to keep some pennies in their pocket for Kyle's sale. I think is Les having a sale too. Make sure to throw your events into the chat if you don't mind, so that we all know where to shop and what things to be watching tomorrow. And oh yeah, yeah, it's like the Sydney Opera House. Yeah, right? Oh my gosh, perfect. I love it. And yes, Schiller is so fascinating. There's so many cool worlds going on inside all of these stones. It's my pleasure to, in a small way, in a micro way, be able to take us on tours inside of these stones. And so we'll be definitely doing more of this. I almost did not go live this evening. It's been an atrociously whatever week. And, like as I was kind of pondering, like, do I cancel? Do we go on with this? I was looking at some of the stones and cleaning the tumble load, and I was like, yeah, we got to do this. It's the sharing, and it's the rock therapy, and it's the positivity about like all of our stoke getting together and like, oh, this stuff is so rad, aren't we so happy? It's I'm so glad that y'all came and we had a chance to hang out and look at these rocks together, basically do therapy together. I needed this so badly this week, and I hope that you guys also got your fix and that it was good for you too. Was it good for you too? So I really appreciate you guys hanging out and coming to the live stream each week, being an awesome rock family, sharing the love with each other, sharing the love on the other live streams, all the ones that I missed this week. I feel terrible, but life has been lifing so hard right now. Oh my gosh, and Sage Rat just got a new PC. Oh, I'm sorry that it's a bummer when we can't get what we want to get, but then, there's always like the next sale after that, and seeing what everybody else gets is always super fun. I have just as much fun applauding the good claims and the good scores that people get off of the auctions and stuff like that. It's just fun to watch. I don't need to buy, although that's fun too. Getting the rock boxes are awfully good. And so you guys will be seeing a bunch of this stuff showing up for the uh the next sale that I'll be having. I'm sure some of this stuff will be showing up then, and over there on the website, you can play along. I'll be posting some of this stuff directly over there on the Discord. I'll just take these pictures and plop them down, probably either in show and tell and or in the actual microzone that we have over there on the Discord. There's a microscopy channel. So I don't know. I'll figure out where these need to go. This is so sweet. If you ever need a break, we will understand eventually. You guys, like, I want to take a break, but then it always feels better when I'm feeling like, oh man, I don't know if I have it in me, and then I'll hang out with you guys, and it's always all better. So you guys are as much therapy for me as I think the rocks are. Thank you, Prairie Girl Rocks, for being here and being a great wrench. Tara's Treasures, Scott, thank you. Hope that you enjoy the rest of what might be a soggy weekend. Mox Rocks, thank you so much for being here as well. Sage Rat, of course. Kid Curry, of course. My mom. I'm so excited that you're coming. And Betty, thank you for being here. Cliff, you're too kind, and I hope that you still get to score some good stuff at the Kyling all weekend long. Don't forget, Theo's got a drop that he'll be making on Saturday. We've got Jerry's Rocks and Brenda over there too, the Wisconsin Rock Staka on the Saturday night thing. We've got the Sunday fun over there with AZRE, Arizona Rockhound Expeditions, usually has a live then. And James, thank you for hanging out. Rocky, thank you for hanging out, of course. Ma, you guys all super extra double rock. Ryan might be asleep, but thank you, Ryan, for your graphics and the sweetness about our good friend Miss Stone. And I'm gonna go listen to some Epica for my heavy metal therapy. Time for some vitamin Simone. Nice. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, there's Julie right now. You guys all rock. Again, if you guys have something going on over the weekend, toss it into the chat. And if I didn't say goodbye to you personally, usually like my memory is completely fizzled and I've looked at too much Schiller. But hopefully I said hello to you at some point during the live stream. I'm going to have to send you off with the good old King Tides. I desperately need to update the credits because a bunch of you are up in here and you're not on the credits, and all the supporters belong there. So I now have the backtrack for it. I just need to put the new names in and throw that over the top. And again, thank you, John Saucer Hunter, for the music that we get to hear. And I said Betty too, right? You guys are all awesome. Okay, here come the King Tides yet one more time. Have a wonderful weekend. Cheers to you and all of yours. And love on those rocks. And I love you too. Ah, yeah, I don't think I said good night to Kid Curry. And thank you. Yay. All right, here it comes. Cheers. Alive, everybody. Are you here? Am I here? And we can't hear me. Let's start over again. right here. And we can't hear me. Let's start over again.